Shortstops are definitely one of those positions. That's one of the most exciting positions in baseball right now. Got some great superstars in there. And we start out with honorable mentions. We're going to start with Orlando Arcia of the Atlanta Braves. This Atlanta Braves team has a slew of stars, superstars at that, make up a team that really should be competing for pennants and World Series titles every year. Injuries have derailed the team from even, reaching to the full potential that they can. Also, the Dodgers era of just completely annihilating other teams with signing superstar after superstar player after you know even after trying so hard. It is a Dodgers team that is extremely hard to beat. So Arcia though, he's 30 years old, 7 years in the league, 2 years, $4 million. Second year is a 2 million club option. 157 games played, 551 at bats, 50 runs, 120 hits, 24 doubles, 17 home runs, 46 RBIs, 41 walks, 128 strikeouts, 25 stolen or two stolen bases, excuse me, a 218 average, a 271 on base, and a 354 slugging with a 625 OPS. Played 157 games at short, 1,281.1 innings, 168 putouts, 393 assists, 11 errors, 87 double plays for a 98.1 fielding percentage. It's not bad. In the postseason, the two games that they played, obviously played offense and defense. He had 6 at bats, a run, a hit, 2 strikeouts, 167 average, 167 on base, and 167 slugging for a 333 OPS. Not awesome, they obviously expected to get farther down the line, but they played the Padres, who were they're just playing great brand of baseball. He played 16 innings, two putouts, 3 assists, and a 100 fielding percentage. Overall, he's very effective. He was third in defensive games as a shortstop in the NL, third in assists as a shortstop in the NL, third in defense double plays turned as a shortstop in the NL, and third in fielding percentage as a shortstop in the NL. Very effective defensively. Offensively, he can and will make impacts on the field with his bat. And yeah, I mean, he is a guy that I'd say he's overlooked, and I think people do definitely need to look at this guy and really watch how he plays. He's really fascinating to watch. A hard worker, and definitely a guy that definitely has some durability to him. 157 games played is nothing easy. So overall, he's deserving of being here. He's relevant. Do I see him on a top 10 list? Maybe not. There's just a lot of talent, but yeah, he's a really reliable player and definitely should be looked at as such. We do have Jeremy Pena, the shortstop of the Astros. Yeah, it's a guy that, I mean, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, this is a guy that was a World Series X factor. Definitely a team that was a huge implement to Houston beating Philly in that World Series, and he did it with his bat, did it with his glove, and he has consistently done it. He just doesn't get the recognition, or I really do feel like he doesn't get enough flowers for what he does, especially with having to play with a Hall of Famer in Altuve and Alex Bregman's brilliance, and the rotation that they have, the young core guys. Like, this is still an organization that you need to look at, and you need to make sure you understand that you are playing a team that was to what 7 or 8 ALCS appearances. Like, this was a very successful team in the late 2010s, and obviously early on in the 2020s. So I mean, this is not a team that just lets down easy. It's definitely been a dynasty esque kind of team, regardless of the scandals or whatnot. Jeremy Pena, 27 years old, 3 years in the league, 1 year, $4.1 million. 157 games played, 602 at bats, 78 runs, 160 hits, 28 doubles, two triples, 15 home runs, 70 RBIs, 25 walks, 111 strikeouts, 20 stolen bases, a 266 average, a 308 on base, a 394 slugging with a 701 OPS, a 4.1 WAR, which was really good. On the field, 157 games played, 1,388 innings, 221 putouts, 380 assists, 19 errors, 86 double plays, 96.9 fielding percentage. Yeah, in the postseason, 2 games played, 6 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, a 167 average, a 286 on base, a 167 slugging with a 452 OPS. Played 18 innings, 6 putouts, 3 assists, 1 double play for a 100% fielding percentage. Um, he was fourth in the assist in the whole AL. He was third in defensive games as a shortstop in the AL, third in putouts as a shortstop in the AL, second in assists as a shortstop in the AL, and second in double plays turned as a shortstop in the AL. Again, doesn't get looked at, but had a great productive year. I do definitely see him being a top talent for a while, and he's still young, and I could see him being a top 10 if he continues to grow and progress in his numbers and his playability. But yeah, overall, definitely a guy that you need to look out for, and I would like to see what he does in 2025. Next up, we do have Zach Neto from the Los Angeles Angels. You look at the Angels, and obviously for years it's been Mike Trout, and obviously when they had Shohei, but you can't really see any other player development just because of their non-appearances of postseasons. The last postseason was by now 10 years ago. If they don't make it this year, it'd be 10 years. It'd be a decade, and that's a long, long time, dude. For not making it to the playoffs, especially having a Hall of Famer Mike Trout there. So, there's got to be positives in every game, in every team, regardless of record, regardless of history. There is, right, and the Angels have someone besides a Trout, and that is going to be Zach Neto. 24 years old, 1 year in the league, 1 year, $800,000 for him. 155 games played, 542 at bats, 70 runs, 135 hits, 34 doubles or triples, 23 home runs, 77 RBIs, 39 walks, 140 strikeouts, 30 stolen bases, a 249 average, a 318 on base, a 443 slugging, a 761 OPS with a 5.1 WAR, 155 games played, 1,332.2 innings, 231 putouts, 405 assists, 18 errors, 103 double plays, a 97.2 fielding percentage. He was seventh in doubles in the AL. He was 10th in stolen bases in the AL. He was first in assists as a shortstop in the AL, fifth in defensive games as a shortstop in the AL, second in putouts as a shortstop in the AL, first in double plays turned as a shortstop in the AL, and fourth in fielding percentage as a shortstop in the AL. Look, Zach Neto is a rising star, and he's going to be doing everything at a high level. I think he's definitely flourished this year specifically into being that guy. And obviously, Angels organization, you know, they would like to keep guys like that. That's how you build a really solid foundation. It's having tremendous bright spots and making sure that they're protected, making sure that they're happy with their assets and their money, and making sure that they can have the ability of winning ball games. Zach Neto is going to be a top 10 guy as a shortstop, really. I do believe that, sooner rather than later. And yeah, he's an impact on this team. So overall, watch him this year. I think he could have a monster year, continue to grow. Okay, Carlos Correa is next. Longtime Astro, now a Twin. Um, yeah, he's been effective when on the field. He's been a great star and productive defensively, offensively, but he hasn't stayed healthy to the amount of where you want to see in a guy that's supposedly going to be the superstar figure, especially for the Twins. They signed him for long term. They thought this is what I'm getting out of it. I feel like their money's worth hasn't been they haven't totally had what they've paid him for. He just needs to stay on pace to do so. 30 years old, 9 years in the league, 4 years, $128 million, plus four additional vesting years, which is number of at bats, top five MVP finishes, Silver Slugger awards, MVPs, you name it. It converts to a club option, and if that doesn't happen, then it will be 70 million for 4 years. So long story short, just breaking that down, he does have four vest years with this team. 86 games played, 319 at bats, 55 runs, 99 hits, 20 doubles, 2 triples, 14 home runs, 54 RBIs, 40 walks, 61 strikeouts, 310 average, a 388 on base, a 517 slugging, a 905 OPS with a 3.7 WAR. Played 84 games, 712.1 innings, 119 putouts, 169 assists, 5 errors, 26 double plays, a 98.3 fielding percentage, and he was an all-star. Again, solid shortstop, solid player to watch. Needs to stay healthy. The amount of him not being healthy is what's really hurt him in a countdown, and he's still relevant. Just health has definitely killed him the past 2 3 years. Next up, we got Anthony Volpe, the New York Yankees shortstop. Definitely, it's been fun watching his growth and knowing that this year he really, he came off a really good year. This is a storied franchise, obviously. This is a lot of pressure on a young kid, especially, having to play on the likes of Derek Jeter, So at shortstop as a Yankee, that's crazy amount of pressure. Anthony Volpe has done a great job, though. 23 years old, 2 years in the league, 1 year, $800,000, 160 games played, 637 at bats, 90 runs, 155 hits, 27 doubles, 7 triples, 12 home runs, 60 RBIs, 42 walks, 156 strikeouts, 28 stolen bases, a 243 average, a 293 on base, a 364 slugging, with a 657 OPS, a 3.4 WAR. Played 160 games, 1,416.2 innings, 210 putouts, 344 assists, 16 errors, 68 double plays, a 97.2 fielding percentage. In the playoffs, 14 games played on both sides, 49 at bats, 10 runs, 14 hits, 3 doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 10 walks, 13 strikeouts, 5 stolen bases, 286 average, a 407 on base, a 408 slugging, an 815 OPS, 127.1 innings, 23 putouts, 21 assists, 2 errors, 6 double plays for a 95.7 fielding percentage. He was second in games played in the AL. He was fourth in triples in the AL. He was first in defensive games as a shortstop in the AL. Fourth in putouts as a shortstop in the AL. Fifth in assists in the AL. And fifth in fielding percentage as a shortstop in the AL. Very well deserving of being on this list. Had a great postseason run, so that's awesome, and that's also great to see at such a young age that he is effective. And so, yeah, this is a guy that's definitely going to be a top 10 candidate for a long time, and he stays healthy, and he can deliver Yankees possibly to the promised land because they've been titleless for 16 years now. So overall, Volpe great impact on the team, and he's still got a lot of time. O'Neal Cruz of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Um, yeah, for shortstop, he's huge. He's 6'7", man. Super athletic, super entertaining to watch, and obviously a Pittsburgh Pirate organization that wants nothing but wins and to be relevant, right? So overall, can they give him that? Yeah, I believe so. But it's going to take a while with some, obviously prospects and actually getting people to come to Pittsburgh to play for the team. But O'Neal Cruz is one of those guys that they need to sign long term. 26 years old, 2 years in the league, 1 year, $800,000, 146 games played, 541 at bats, 72 runs, 140 hits, 34 doubles, 3 triples, 21 home runs, 676 RBIs, 51 walks, 181 strikeouts, 22 stolen bases, a 259 average, a 324 on base, a 449 slugging, a 773 OPS with a 2.5 WAR. He played 112 games at short, 958.1 innings, 141 putouts, 231 assists, 24 errors, and 53 double plays with a 93.9 fielding percentage. Everything can be better. He can obviously be a better fielder. He should definitely start full time at short. Hopefully, they're looking to see what he can do, and obviously he's got some great entertaining factors to him. So, can they keep this guy at one position, and then can they build around him? Obviously, it's yet to be seen or done, but they should definitely look into trying to get that done. Overall, yeah, O'Neal Cruz, exciting young player, and hopefully I could see a postseason with him. I think he could be super. He's a super entertaining guy. I think he could be super impactful, and yeah, we'll see what the Pirates do with him. So we got a rookie, who's a rookie last year, and he's going to come into his uh, first, pretty much his first full type season, but mainly second year, right? Yeah, a rookie that's super sensational for a Cardinals team that always has great farm system players, and this was no short of that. 22 years old, 1 year, $800,000, 150 games played, 587 at bats, 85 runs, 157 hits, 32 doubles, 5 triples, 15 home runs, 57 RBIs, 41 walks, 109 strikeouts, 11 stolen bases, 267 average, 314 on base, 416 slugging, 730 OPS for a 4.9 WAR, 148 games played, 1,285.1 innings, 191 putouts, 402 assists, 18 errors, 100 double plays, and 97.1 fielding percentage. He was sixth in WAR position players in the NL, second in assists in the NL, second in double plays turned as shortstop in the NL. Overall, this is who you want. This is a future key piece to this organization. And overall, I mean, yes, he's going to be a top 10 shortstop in the league. There's so many of them, but yeah, he's going to be that guy, and he's going to keep improving. I hope to see what he does this year. I hope that his numbers continue to increase, and he continue to obviously work on his game all around because he'd be super young. So, he's got so much time. It's going to be really fun to watch this guy for a while. The last honorable mention and another guy that really can be another top 10 shortstop in the league is CJ Abrams, the Washington National shortstop. This is a team that has some really interesting pieces to them. Definitely have, I think the ceiling is definitely high for them. I could see them competing in the NL East. In a couple of years, I believe. I mean, overall, they do what they need to do. They hone these young guys, and they know that, hey, man, we're playing for something. There's a reason. There's an agenda. We're not here to suck the whole time. It's going to get him fired up. So C.J. Abrams is an exciting player to watch. 24 years old, 2 years in the league, 1 year, $800,000, 138 games played, 541 at bats, 79 runs, 133 hits, 29 doubles, 6 triples, 20 home runs, 65 RBIs, 40 walks, 128 strikeouts, 31 stolen bases, a 246 average, a 314 on base, a 433 slugging, and a 747 OPS with a WAR of 3.4. 136 games played on the mound, 1,170.2 innings, 160 putouts, 349 assists, 17 errors, 68 double plays for 96.8 fielding percentage. He was an all star. He was sixth in triples in the NL, and he was seventh in stolen bases in the NL. Again, exciting, fast, young talent. Just another one of those positions that, like I said, shortstop is looking like it's going to be a golden era of that. He's definitely going to be one of those front guys that you're going to see on a countdown, sooner rather than later. So I'm excited to see what he does this year, and I do believe he'll be a good spark for the team, which he's already been. So. With the countdown, it's going to be number 10, Ezekiel Tovar of the Colorado Rockies. Yeah, he's got so much potential. Super young. Definitely, obviously, Gold Glove standard. Definitely a guy that's going to be multiple Gold Glove multiple Gold Glove awards for him. Definitely a guy that's very, very overlooked, or not even watched at all, dude, because of obviously playing for the Rockies. But the Rockies do have positive players, and Tovar is just one of those guys. Defensively magical, and offensively he gets it done, dude. Great when having to hit for contact. So overall, he's an entertaining guy. 23 years old, 2 years in the league, 7 years, 60.5 million. His seventh year is a 2.5 million club option. 157 games played, 655 at bats, 83 runs, 176 hits, 45 doubles, 4 triples, 26 home runs, 78 RBIs, 23 walks, 200 strikeouts, 6 stolen bases, 269 average, 295 on base, 469 slugging, 763 OPS with a 3.7 WAR. He did play 157 games at short, 1,275.2 innings, 233 putouts, through 435 assists, 8 errors, 113 double plays for a 98.8 fielding percentage. He was 19th in the NL MVP. Yes, I do believe he will be higher on the NL MVP voting list in his career. He was a Gold Glover, definitely a future Silver Slugger Award, definitely possibly a future batting title guy for sure. Just based on the numbers and just his productivity. He was first in at bats in the NL. He was fourth in hits in the NL. He was first in doubles in the NL. First in assists in the NL. Third in defensive games as a shortstop in the NL. Second in putouts as a shortstop in the NL. First in assists as a shortstop in the NL. First in double plays turned as a shortstop in the NL. And second in fielding percentage as a shortstop in the NL. Yep, his impact is felt. Definitely, I mean, I have to put him at 10 right now just because of the depth of this position. And again, he is young. Still got to show me a couple more things. But overall, Tovar is definitely someone that's must watch TV, and yeah, he's deserving of being on the countdown.